Tears of a crocodile. I think the crocodile is the most neglected in all God's creation. I have spent considerable amount of thought on this subject. Crocodiles have always fascinated me. I never miss a chance to watch the creature as it sprawls on its rock beside the dirtiest pond conceivable, looking a geological rather than a zoological specimen, unstirring as if held in a trance. I never miss any reference to them in the newspaper. I recently read of a crocodile shot in a river, which, when opened, revealed a sad and significant collection of gold and silver jewelry, worth several thousand rupees. Now, to whom does this collection belong? To the state, under the Treasure Trove Act, or to the survivors, if they can establish their claims? Or does it all go to the man who shot the crocodile? What does a crocodile think? I am sure it has its own values, triumphs, hopes, and despairs. If it could speak, it would probably say, I am tired of people's reference to my tears. The worst thing about human beings is that they get into habitual ways of thinking and never outgrow them. Because some fool seems to have imagined us in tears, now no one can think of a crocodile without tears. Whose fancy it was at first, I should like to find out sometime, at least in my next birth. A mistiness comes over my eyes when I am excited. You will not believe it. For all my calm appearance, my heart palpitates with anticipation when I hear footsteps approach the water's edge. My real tears stream down copiously only when I realize that the approaching feet have not proceeded but planted themselves on land. Some days it happens thus. The worst that can happen to a crocodile racked with hunger. I dare not go up on land. My feet become immobile there, and I feel weak and unhappy. Give me the shallowest puddle, and there you will see me behave like Samson. On land, I am like Samson, minus his locks. Anyway, I have no business on land. I have no problem of accommodation as long as few gallons of water are left on this earth. I feel disconcerted when I hear scientists say that this planet is fast drying up, but it is going to affect only posterity and not us. I am not prepared to bother my mind with such a distant problem. When I am satisfied with my rations, and the air is pleasantly drizzly, I feel I want nothing more in life. Under those conditions, I can really smile. A smile extending from ear to ear. A smile that may do credit to any tooth powder advertiser. Then they will talk of crocodile smiles. If you like to see this, you will have to come into my moss-screened pond. I extend to you a most cordial invitation to visit us. They would not leave even this water alone, although the bacteriologist shouted from housetops that no one should come near this water, and himself came down to prove it. Where is that bacteriologist? Don't ask me. I may make a mistake sometime, but generally I never go near a scientist. They are needed for human progress, and I would not like to disturb that arrangement. I hope you will not find a single test tube within me, although you may see there a bangle or two. These women, with their pitchers, they won't leave any water alone. It seems the village policeman found his wife missing. They made a lot of fuss about it. The policeman waited for a week and married again. I could hear the pipes and drums blaring. I think the women were generally happy to lose the first Mrs. Policeman. For though the gossips gathered around my pond and were eloquent as ever, the loudest and nastiest among them was missing. I have tried to serve the village in my own way. Do you remember the tiger which tasted human blood once and converted itself into a man-eater and prowled about the village every night? It was not the shikari, though he made so much noise with his gun, who disposed of it. It disappeared. That is all you know. I was the last to see him. He came to the pond to wash down his ill-gotten dinner, when the shikari, after making all that row with his blunderbuss, was snoring loudest in the village. I rue the day I snapped at an ankle which was the local Gama's. He ate 1,000 almonds and drank the milk of 4 cows at a time. Why he should have come to wash his fate at our pond of all places. Just my fate. He swore at me, and without so much as a second look, dragged me along to the village square as if I were an old shoe attached to his feet. There at the square, he called up the people to deliver a lecture on physical culture, plucked me out of his ankle and dashed me to the ground. I felt like a damp cloth in a dhobi's hand.